My girlfriend inherited millions but hid her wealth, sold a house without telling me, and refuses to share. Now she's using therapy against me and threatening to break up, leaving me homeless. My girlfriend's parents are divorced and her father passed away at the end of last year. She was his only child, so she inherited most of his assets, which was a lot, because her father was a wealthy man, at least to my standards. The problem started after she took care of all the formalities regarding the inheritance. We moved in together, which made me happy because we've been together for 4 years already. At first, I thought that the apartment we've moved in was the only one she inherited, because we didn't spoke much about her father's fortune, but it turned out that it was just one of the 5 apartments that she inherited. I asked her why she would withhold this information from me, and she told me that she hasn't thought that this will be so important, and she decided to either sell or rent the rest of apartments. It made me feel kind of uneasy. If we are together for so long and we've both decided to move in together, then shouldn't we both discuss and choose which apartment to move into? She apologized, though, so I left it at that. But it didn't end here. I later learned that she also inherited a house that she has sold without consulting me. She argued that she wanted to give the money to her mom so she could live comfortably, but I don't believe that anyone would just sell a freaking house to give money to someone else. That's pure BS. Another thing that is making me confused is how she just doesn't want to share. Her father left a car and lots of electronics, like a MacBook, and she just claimed it without even asking if I need a new laptop or something. I'm not expecting her to not use her inheritance, but we've been together for 4 years. She knows that I was thinking about buying a new laptop. It would be nice if she at least asked. I also thought that she would at least let me drive the new car, but she's just started to brag about how it's her first car, etc. She's not even driving it, because she prefers to take a bus or walk to most places. She also wants to split bills evenly, even though I know she has a lot more money now and I'm pretty sure she wouldn't even need my share of payment. I asked her about it and she actually got kind of mad at me this time. Told me that we are not married or anything and I shouldn't just expect her to give her whole inheritance to me. So yeah, just usual over-emotional woman BS, because that's not what I asked for at all. I told her that I just feel left out, because she's deciding what to do with the apartments herself and then she's just claiming the car and the MacBook, while I'm here too. She just doesn't want to understand. She actually argued that this is exactly why she never told me about her father's wealth, as if I was some gold digger or something. How to make her realize that her selfishness may break us apart. I feel like it's harder and harder for me to commit when I know that there are people out there who would be way more caring in a relationship than her. I was thinking about suggesting a couple therapy, because I love her and don't want to break up, but she has to realize that she's not alone and I should be involved in the decision she's making. Update. Would I be wrong if I report my girlfriend's mother for tax evasion? From what I understood, monetary gifts are considered income in certain cases, if the tax wasn't paid already by the one who gifted the money, for example. My GF paid inheritance tax, but I don't think it's the same as income tax. I would need to consult a lawyer on this. I believe that the exact amount of the gift is way above the taxable threshold, as it was money from my GF's father's house, which was a lot. I'm not sure, but I know my MIL. She believes that I'm after my GF's money and inheritance. I caught her telling my GF that I'm not worthy, greedy, gold digger. She is projecting her own wrongdoings on me. It's important to me because my GF is naive and she believes she did the right thing. I don't think she did. Key comments from OP. We've been together for 4 years already. She agreed to come to couple therapy because she changed completely after inheriting her father's fortune and became selfish. She will realize that I'm doing the right thing. My GF pays the bigger portion of our bills. We moved into one of her father's apartments and since she has way more money than me now, we agreed not so long ago that she would pay for it. She has some problems with being selfish with her inheritance, for example, how she kept in secret how much exactly her father has left her and how she sold most of it already. In most cases, men who earn more and have more assets have no problem with their women living comfortably. So why everyone wants me to feel bad? We've been together for 4 years. She has more money now, way more. It's only natural that she pays more. You can't bully me into believing otherwise. Update. We, as in me and my GF, started couple therapy few months ago. Our relationship went through a rough patch. We were both at fault and decided to work on it instead of calling it quits. Our therapist is a very renowned one, so I had high hopes for this. The first few meetings went well, but then he started to be weirdly invested in our relationship. After those first few meetings, I think 2 or 3, I don't remember, he suggested that we both need separate therapy with different specialists to work on ourselves and not just focus on our relationship. I refused as I see no reason to go into therapy myself. We went just for couple counseling anyway, but as I said, he grew overly interested, especially in my girlfriend's well-being, as he put it, and brought up individual therapy each time we went. I wanted to change our therapist, but my GF was really against the idea to the point of being mad at me for even suggesting it, which I also found weird. She eventually started her individual therapy per his suggestion. It's been a month. She's going to see her therapist every week while we go to our therapist for couple counseling at least once a month, and I just want to say, she changed. Not in a good way, actually. She started to be more nitpicky, argumentative, accusatory even. She would pick up a fight over something, then bring it up in our session, have our therapist agree with her, and then they both gang up on me. The most recent example is from a week ago when I finally had enough. We had a mutual agreement about our living situation. We split bills unevenly, which means she pays more since she has more money than me anyway. It was never a problem for her before, but suddenly it is, and then our therapist is like, it's unfair, burdensome, etc. So I told my GF that either we change our therapist or I don't want to go, to which she replies that either we go to this therapist or we break up. I think breaking up over my request is a huge overreaction, but she refuses to even have a normal discussion with me, saying things like, eye for an eye, ultimatum for an ultimatum. I'm at loss. Was my request really so unreasonable? Is there even a way to salvage this? I need some help. Maybe anyone has any idea how to approach this issue without my GF going into an ultimatum mode? Edit. Since everyone is bringing up my past mistakes in previous posts, yes, I know I was wrong for this, but we were supposed to work this out in therapy. I thought we were on relationship OTS advice and this sub was about, well, advice? Why is everyone choosing to ignore the issues stated in this post? Edit. Asking here was a mistake. I will have fun reporting your private messages to me for harassment. We, as in me and my GF, started couple therapy few months ago. Our relationship went through a rough patch. We were both at fault and decided to work on it instead of calling it quits. Our therapist is a very renowned one, so I had high hopes for this. The first few meetings went well, but then he started to be weirdly invested in our relationship. After those first few meetings, I think 2 or 3, I don't remember, he suggested that we both need separate therapy with different specialists to work on ourselves and not just focus on our relationship. I refused, as I see no reason to go into therapy myself. We went just for couple counseling anyway, but as I said, he grew overly interested, especially in my girlfriend's well-being, as he put it, and brought up individual therapy each time we went. I wanted to change our therapist, but my GF was really against the idea to the point of being mad at me for even suggesting it, which I also found weird. Edit. Well, I don't know who did this or why, but someone not only found me on Facebook but also went through my profile, I guess, to find my girlfriend and linked her to my Reddit. Yeah, not to this post, but my whole account in my previous post. Do you feel better now? Are you going to sleep better? I hope you're proud of yourself for ruining our relationship and probably making me homeless. Good thing is I don't have to go to therapy anymore since she's not going to pay for it anymore. KOP comment, but if she breaks up with me, I will become homeless since I'm not working currently and can't afford rent for now. As I said, it's way more complicated. I can move back to my parents' place, but they're not rich, so I would probably need to drop out from uni to work full-time until I save some money. My whole life will crumble, not just our relationship.